Hello students, this is another part of third part of relation. So, last part I started types of relations. Nana here types of relations, that too reflexive relations completed. Clearly I explained how to check given relation is reflexive or not. If a problem is given in set of ordered pairs, how to check it given relation is reflexive or not. Okay, reflexive relation completed. Next, second one is symmetric relation. Symmetric relation. I will write next. Second one, symmetric relation. Symmetric relation. Yeah, what is the reflexive actually? A related to A should satisfy for every A belongs to R. Or ordered pair A comma A should be belongs to capital R for every A belongs to its domain. A belongs to capital A, sorry, small a belongs to capital A. Okay, like that. I want to write the definition for symmetric relation. Listen, all of you. A relation R on A is said to be symmetric if, observe all of you, A related to B should implies B related to A. Okay, for every A comma B belongs to set A. Or another words I can say, ordered pair A comma B belongs to R implies B comma A also belongs to R for every A comma B belongs to A. So, any relation satisfies this condition, such relation is called symmetric relation. A related to B gives B related to A, or ordered pair A comma B belongs to R implies B comma A also belongs to R. I will show you. For example, in a set R, 1 comma 2 ordered pair is there. 1 comma 2 is there means automatically 2 comma 1 should be according to the definition. Then only R is said to be symmetric. Once again, listen students. If a ordered pair 1 comma 2 is there in R, so 2 comma 1 should be, then R is said to be the symmetric relation. If 1 comma 2 not there, no need to check for 2 comma 1. Okay. Yeah, what is the meaning of this, Nana? If R having an element A comma B, B comma A must and should, then such relation is called symmetric relation. Okay, so I will explain through example. Yeah, for example, set A is given as 1 comma 2 comma 3 nana. Automatically A cross A will have 9 elements, no? 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2, 1 comma 3, 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3, 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2, 3 comma 3. Okay. So from this R is taken a relation, just a relation is taken. 1 comma 2 comma 2 comma 1 comma 3 comma 2 is a relation. Automatically R is a relation now because it's subset of A cross B only. Now you want to check this relation is reflexive or symmetric. Two things you want to check. So 1 comma 1, no, not there. Reflexive failed. R is not reflexive. No, symmetric. Checking for symmetric. How to check symmetric? So see, 1 comma 2 ordered pair is there means 2 comma 1 should be there. Next, 2 comma 1 is there means reverse should be 1 comma 2. Okay. 3 comma 2 is there. 2 comma 3 should be not there. So given relation is not a symmetric relation. Okay. So for example, this 2 comma 3 not given. 1 comma 2, 2 comma 1 given. So 1 comma 2 is there, reverse is also there, 2 comma 1. So it is said to be reflexive relation. Don't think that all 1 comma 3 and 3 comma 1, no, just 1 comma 2 is there, its reverse 2 comma 1 is there, so directly can say that R is a symmetric relation. Okay. So for same A cross A, there exists infinitely many, there exist so many, not infinitely many, so many finite number only, Nana, finite number of symmetric relations exist. One more example is given from that set only. R is given as 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2 and 3 comma 1 comma 1 comma 3 given. Now you want check it is reflexive or not, how symmetric or not. Students listen, first ordered pair 1 comma 1, it's reverse 1 comma 1, that only, no, okay, satisfied. 2 comma 2, reverse 2 comma, that only, no, satisfied. 3 comma 1, it's reverse 1 comma 3, there, no, 1 comma 3, it's reverse 3 comma 1, okay. So all ordered pairs satisfy this definition, that's why R1 is a symmetric relation. 1 comma 1, 2 comma 3 comma 3 not there, don't problem that, we are not checking for reflexive, and we are checking for symmetric. 1 comma 1, it's reverse 1 comma 1 is there, that one only. 2 comma 2, it's reverse that one only. 3 comma 1, it's reverse 1 comma 3 is there, no? 1 comma 3, it's reverse 3 comma there. So by the definition of symmetric relation, given relation is symmetric. Okay, students. Okay, so important note, what I explained yesterday, for example, for this, yeah, no problem. 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3. A is given as 1 comma 2 comma 3. 9 ordered pairs will get, from 9 3 are chosen. This is said to be R. So what type of relation R, Nana? R is actually identity relation. This is called identity relation. Okay. Now according to this type, what is the relation? Reflexive satisfies. Okay. Symmetric also satisfies. Observe. Reflexive satisfies, symmetric satisfies. So this relation is symmetric, reflexive as well as identity. Okay. One more I am taking from that term only. R1 say 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3. For example, 1 comma 2. So this is not identity. See, this is not identity. So every identity is reflexive, but every reflexive is not identity. This is reflexive, Nana. This is reflexive, but not identity. Okay, should take care of that. 1 comma 1, this is reflexive. So transitive or symmetric or not, we need to check. 1 comma 1 reverse, that one only. 2 comma 2 reverse, that one only. 3 comma 3, that one only. 1 comma 2 reverse, 2 comma 1. 2 comma should be not there. So given relation is not symmetric. In this way, you can check the symmetry of the relation. Okay, this is a definition. Next, greater than is symmetric or not? A greater than B implies B greater than A. A and B should alternate. A greater than B implies B greater than A. If this statement is true, then greater than is said to be reflexive. Symmetric. A greater than B implies B greater than A, wrong, no? If A greater than B, no, can't say that B is also greater than A. So what happened? This implies A equal to B, then only happens. That's why greater than is not symmetric relation. You take equality, for example, checking for equality. How to check? A equal to B implies B equal to A. Should be true. True only. That's why equality is symmetric relation. Already equality is reflex relation. Okay, subset you take. A is subset to B implies B is subset to A. Is it true? No. A subset to B, B is not need not to subset to A only. No. That means subset is not a symmetric relation. Okay. Next, parallelism. Checking for parallelism. I will clean this. Parallelism. Parallel. L1 parallel to L2. Not different L1. A to B, not A to A. A to A means reflex. No, A to B. L1 is parallel to L2 implies L2 is parallel to L1. True only, no? L1 is parallel to L2 means L2 also parallel to L1 only. So parallelism is a symmetric relation. You take now perpendicular. L1 perpendicular to L2 implies L2 perpendicular to L1. Correct only, no? L1 is, for example, L1 and L2. L1 is perpendicular to L2 means L2 also perpendicular to L1 only. So that's what happened. So A related to B implies B related to A only. That means the perpendicularism is a symmetric relation, but not reflexive, but symmetry. Congruency, symmetry. Okay, similarity is a symmetric. Okay, like that we have several symmetric relations. This is about symmetric manner. Okay. Next, third one is transitive relation. Transitive relation. Okay, students, listen. A relation R on a set A is said to be transitive if A comma B, so I will use another color for that, A comma B belongs to R, comma, or end end B comma C also belongs to R, should implies A comma C also belongs to R, or another words, A related to B and B related to C implies A related to C for every A comma B comma C belongs to A, here also for every A comma B comma C belongs to A. Such a relation is called symmetric transitive relation. Observation, what is the meaning of this? A comma B ordered pair is there, B comma C is there. So A comma C should be, A comma C should be, A comma B is there, B comma C is there. Observe now, observe. So A comma C should be in that relation, then that is called transitive relation. Okay. Okay, I will explain through example. For example, A is given as 1 comma 2 comma 3. Automatically A cross will have 9 elements. I don't want to write. R is taken from that. 1 comma 2, 2 comma 3 and 1 comma 1, for example. So we want to check it is transitive or not. How to check transitive? First of all, 1 comma 2 ordered pair. Next, try to choose another ordered pair that started with 2. That is started with 2. This ordered pair ended with 2. No, try to identify the ordered pair that started with 2. Here, there. 1 comma 2 there. 2 comma 3 is there. What should be? 1 comma 3 should be. 1 comma 3. 1 comma 3 should be. 1 comma 3 not there. That's why given relation is not transitive relation. Okay. For example, students listen. Yeah, here 1 comma 3 given. Now how to check it is a transitive or not? Okay. First of all, 1 comma 2 ordered pair is there. Now try to identify ordered pair started with 2. There now the 2 comma 3. So there should be a new ordered pair, that is 1 comma 3. Check. Yeah, 1 comma 3 is there. Okay. Don't think that here you can't conclude that it is a transitive. So more ordered pairs are there. Now we need to check. So 2 comma 3 is there. 2 comma 3 is there. Now try to identify another ordered pair started with 3. Not there. No need to check. Okay. 1 comma 1. 1 comma 1. Try to identify ordered pair started with 1. Started with 1. There. 1 comma 3. So 1 comma 1 is there. 1 comma 3 is there. What should be, Nana? 1 comma 3 should be. 1 comma 3 should be. There. There. 1 comma 3. That's why this given relation is a transitive relation. Not easy to check. Please take care. Try to read the definition and see these examples. Then you people can understand how I checked for transitive and symmetric and reflexive. Okay. So once again, listen students. For checking for transitive, A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R. A comma B and B comma C. A comma C must and should in R. Then R is said to be, yeah, what? Transitive relation. Okay. Now, general, greater than is a transitive or not. Now we need to check. A greater than B and B greater than C implies A greater than C. If it is true, then it is said to be transitive. A greater than B and B greater than C implies A greater than C. True only, no? That's why greater than is a transitive relation. Okay. Next, similarly, A less than B and B less than C implies A less than C. True or false? True only. So lesser than also transitive relation. You take subset now. Subset, checking for subset. Actually, subset is reflexive, but subset is not symmetric observed. Now I want to check subset is a transitive or not. A is subset to B. Okay, A is subset to B and B is subset to A implies A is subset to B and B is subset to C implies A is subset to C. True or false? Check. We need to check. A is subset to B and B is subset. Automatically A is subset to C. Correct only, no? So it is true statement. True statement. What is the meaning of that? Subset is a transitive relation. Subset is reflexive. Subset is not symmetric, but subset is transitive. Okay, in this way you can check now. Next, parallelism is a transitive or not? L1 parallel to L2 and L2 parallel to L3 implies L1 parallel to L3. True or false? L1 parallel to L2, L2 parallel to L3 means L1 is parallel to L3 only, no? So parallelism is a transitive relation. Perpendicularism, now we will check for perpendicularism. L1 perpendicular to L2 and L2 perpendicular to L3, so implies L1 perpendicular to L3. False statement, no? Observe here, this is L1, this is L2 perpendicular, the L2 perpendicular to L3. So what is the relation between L1 and L3? And they are parallel. That's why L1 is perpendicular, L3 wrong. That's why perpendicularism is not a transitive relation. Okay. Yeah. Similarly, congruence is a transitive relation. Equivalent similarity is a transitive relation. That like that we have several transitive relations. In this way you can check now. Okay. Yeah. Anti-symmetric relation. Anti-symmetric relation. Anti-symmetric relation. Okay, I will write the definition first of all. A relation R on A is said to be anti-symmetric if A related to B and B related to A implies A equal to B. Anti-symmetric relation. I will explain through example. Yeah, take for example subset nana. Subset A is subset to B and B is subset to A implies A equal to B. This should be true, then only it is said to be anti-symmetric. Actually it is true. See, observe, A is subset to B and B is subset to A. When this happens, A equal to B only. Means that A is subset to B and B is subset to A implies A equal to B. So what you can subset is a anti-symmetric relation. Actually subset is a reflexive. Subset is not symmetric, but subset is anti-symmetric. Subset also transitive. Observed. Is next greater than or equal to A lesser than or equal to A lesser than or equal to B and B lesser than or A implies A equal to B. Correct only. That's why lesser than or equal to also anti-symmetric relation. This is the relations, important relations. So once again listen student. First of all reflexive, second symmetric, third transitive. These three are important. So fourth one is anti-symmetric. Okay, leave it. If a relation R satisfies reflexive, symmetric, transitive, then the relation is called equivalence relation. Fifth one, important one, equivalence relation. A relation is said to be equivalence if it should satisfy reflexive, symmetric and transitive. For example, take subset, not equivalence. Why it is not equivalence? It is satisfying reflexive but not satisfying symmetric. No, it should satisfy these three. If it fails to satisfy any one of them, that is not treated as equivalence relation. So this is not equivalence relation. So take parallelism, satisfies reflexive, satisfies symmetric, satisfies transitive. So parallelism is an equivalence relation. Okay. So here the definition is given. Observe Nana here. Yeah, equivalence relation. A relation R on non-empty set A is said to be equivalence relation if and only if it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. That is, R satisfies the following properties. Reflexive satisfies, yeah, this symmetric should satisfy and transitive should satisfy. Then such relation is called equivalence relation. Okay, here one important note is given. It is important to note that every identity relation is a reflexive, but every reflexive relation need not be an identity. Okay, I already explained. Also, identity relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. This is important. Identity relation is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So, identity relation is always equivalence relation. Okay, here an example problem is given, students. Listen here. For real numbers x and y, we write x or y if and only if x minus y plus root 2 is an irrational number. Then R is reflexive. You want true R is reflexive. So this type of problem is very difficult, Nana. So how to solve the problem? I will show you. Okay, here solution is given. Don't bother about that solution. I will show you how to solve the problem. So given relation, I will write first given relation. What is the given relation? This one. What is x related to y if and only W implies x minus y plus 2 is an irrational. Now you want check this relation satisfies reflexive or not. Reflexive means what here? Here x means here also should be x only, no? That should be true. X related to x should be true. Then it is called reflexive. Next, how to check for symmetric, Nana? X related to y should gives y related to x. X related to y should gives y related to x. Then R is said to be symmetric. How to check transitive? X related to y and y related to z should gives x related to z. Should gives x related to z. Then that is said to be the transitive relation. Okay. So now what is the problem? Just we need to check it is a reflexive or not. So first of all, you need to write what is that given relation. Now what should do? Now we want to check for reflexive. How to check reflexive? X related to x must and should true. This is true, then R is said to be reflexive. Okay, implies C. So instead of y, what I can write here according to this x, I can write x minus x plus 2 root 2 is an irrational. So x get cancelled. Root 2 is an irrational. True or false? True state. Root 2 is irrational, no? Means what happened? X related to x condition is satisfying. That's why given relation is reflexive. Okay. So in this way you can solve the problems, Nana. But once again I am saying, Nana, this concept is not at all easy. You should take care. Okay. Next example. A relation R defined on the set of integers such that ordered pair A comma B means A divides B, then R is dash type of relation. Interesting thing. So this is a type question. How to write the steps I will show you first of all. First step is given set should write. Given set. Given set. What is the given set? Integers Z. Means on Z cross Z you want to check. Z cross Z. Okay. So what is the given relation? Relation. Yeah, A related to B implies A is divides B. Students, see, important, Nana. So what is given, Nana? Given set is Z. See, given relation. Here given in ordered pairs, I wrote in general way. A related to B implies A divides B. Or ordered pair A comma B means A divides B. Both are same. No, I want to check for what type of relation? Symmetric, reflexive, symmetric, transitive, equivalence. No, I want to check one by one. First of all, checking for reflexive. Checking for reflexive. How to check? A related to B, no. A related to A statement should be true. So instead of a given relation, instead of B you write A. Just A is divides. A is divides A. A divides A, true only, no? Every number divides itself. Okay, true, I can write, it is true. Therefore, R is reflexive. Reflexive tested. Symmetric I want to test now. Testing for symmetry. A related to B should gives B related to A. A related to B should gives B related to A. So you write A related to B means what? A is divides, just reverse, write in reverse order. B is divides, wrong no, this one. A divides B means B divides A, unless otherwise if A equal to B only this happens, no? Okay, 2 divides 10 means 10 divides 2, not correct, no? That means what is that? A related to B means A divides B, so it is not giving B related to A, it is not giving, means what is the meaning of that? A related to B is not is giving B related to A, so given relation is not symmetric. So at last we need to write, so it is not symmetric, so it is reflexive. Okay, checked for yeah, reflexive nana, satisfied, symmetry not satisfying. Next, transitive, third one, transitive, checking for transitive. A related to B means what? A divides B. B related to C means what? Yeah, B divides C. See, 2 divides 10, 10 divides 20. What is the meaning of 2 divides 20 only? No? 2 divides 10, 10 divides 20. What is the meaning of that? 2 divides 10, 20 only. A divides B means A or B means what? A divides B. B or C means what? C divides C. What should you get? What should you get? A related to C should get. Then only it is said to be transitive. Getting no here. A divides B means and B divides C. What is the meaning of that? A divides C only. So that is A divides C. It means what is the meaning of that? A related to B and B related to C gives A related to C. So R is transitive. Students, given relation satisfies reflexive. Reflexive satisfied. Symmetric failed. Transitive satisfied. Now we can't say that is an equivalence relation. Okay, only reflexive and transitive. Yeah, some example problems are given here. Important example, Nana. Observe all of you. A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. A cross A. You can write 1, 1 like that. So many. How many? 4 elements. 4, 16. 16 elements should be in A cross A. From A cross A, some elements are taken. What is that? Our R relation that is given as 2, 3 and 3, 4. Observe all of you. Important question. R 2, 3, 3, 4 be a relation defined on the set A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. The minimum number of ordered pairs required to be R is unequal. It becomes an equivalence relation. Interesting, super problem. So we want add some ordered pairs. Actually, this here 16 ordered pairs are there, no? So here from 16 only 2 are taken in R. Now you want to add some ordered pair, that to minimum, so that R is an equivalence. I will show you. Observe, this original ordered pair 2, 3, 3, 4. So it become first of all reflexive. What should be? 1, 1 should be, 2, 2 should be, 3, 3 should be, 4, 4 should be. Those are not there, no? These 4 numbers should add. For what? For reflexive. For reflexive, we need to add these 4. Okay, reflexive completed now. Now, after adding these 4 to these 2 elements, totally 6 elements, the resulting relation is reflexive only. No problem. Now, symmetric. For symmetric, what symmetric? Observe. 2, 3 means the reverse should be, no? 3, 2. Is there? Not there. 3, 2 should add. Added. 3 comma 4 is there means 4 comma 3 should be not there, added. Okay, 1 comma 1 reverse 1 comma 2 comma 2 it is reverse 2 comma 2, all are there. So after adding two more elements to R, that is 3 comma 2 and 4 comma 3, the given relation is symmetric. Now this total relation is symmetric as well as reflexive. Okay, how many added? 1 2 3 4 5 6 added. So what happened? This relation is reflexive and symmetric. Now transitive, important, Nana. Transitive, checking for transitive, very very important. 2 comma 3 is there. Okay, so one more ordered pair need to check that started with 3. Here 1 is there, here one more is there, 2 are there. See, here one more is there, 3 are there. Take care of that. Take any one of the first 2 comma 3, 3 comma 4 is taken. So 2 comma 4 should be, 2 comma 4 should be, is there? 2 comma 4? Oh, 2 comma 4 not there. We need to add 2 comma 4. Added. Okay, Nana. Next 2 comma 3 is taken, another order 3 comma 2, 3 comma 2. Then 2 comma 2 should be is there. No need to add this. Next 2 comma 3 started with 3 comma 3, 3 comma 3. So these two gone. 2 comma 3 should be, 2 comma 3 is there. Okay, what happened? So just to you want add another 2 comma 4. Okay, now 2 comma 4 is added. No, 2 comma 4 added means one more added pair we need to check started with 4. 2 comma 4, 4 comma 4. 2 comma 4 should be there. Okay, 3 comma 4 is there. 3 comma 4 we need to identify another pair started with 4. There are 2. Here 1, here 1. Both should cross check, Nana. 4 comma 3. So 3 comma 3 should be there. So 3 comma 4 and I want to take 4 comma 4. 3 comma 4 should be. Okay, what happened? So now no need to add more elements or conditions satisfied by this relation. So what happened? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 ordered pairs I added. Now this becomes an equivalence relation.